Also, I want you guys to like see my eyeshadow because I think it's pretty good today. Like my makeup today looks poppin'. I also look really naked in this shot. It looks like I'm completely naked, but I have on a shirt, I promise. Hey y'all, welcome back. It is Queen Grace. And today I'm going to be doing a what I learned my freshman year of college that people won't tell you before you get here. And I only have a list of 5 because I didn't want to talk forever, but I really think like this is stuff that people need to hear, especially going into college, because I wasn't told this, and so I had really high expectations as to what college was supposed to be and all that jazz. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, and we'll just see how it flows and all that stuff. So number 1, having a person should not be your first priority, because I didn't really date in high school. I dated like one guy, like 1 or 2 people, just like very casual, not like not even like serious enough to like bring home to my parents. And like, so when I came to college, I was like, ooh, gotta get a boyfriend. I have to have a boyfriend for me to like be happy or whatever. And like, that's not the case. Like the first guy who like really showed me attention and like kind of acted like he liked me, I like jumped on it, and like I spent like most of my day either texting him or talking to my friends about him or like trying to make plans with him. And like we ended up hanging out a couple of times, but he was a junior. But he got the impression after we hung out one night that I was like completely and utterly in love with him, which I wasn't. I have more respect for myself than that. But he just got this, he didn't want me to go all freshman girl on him and become obsessed with him, and so he like ghosted me. He didn't talk to me. If he saw me like in public or whatever, he would like zoom and ice me. Like it was super like agitating. And then I never got like a reason why. I had to get one of our mutual friends to go to him and be like, hey, what's the deal? Like, why did you do this? He said, I didn't want her to go all freshman girl on me and get all like obsessed with me. Like, obviously you aren't worth my time if you think so highly of yourself like that. Okay, go off, sis, I guess. Having a person shouldn't be your first priority. That's my, my second point, PV. If you miss a few classes, it'll be okay. Most teachers have an absence policy. They're like 3 absences unexcused, you're fine. If you miss any more unexcused, then you'll get points redacted. Or if you miss any more with an excuse, you're still fine. And so you can work with that. But something that I implemented very quickly when I got to school is having mental health days. And I'm a big advocate for like mental health, and like you need to take care of yourself. And although my first priority was school, I did have days that were like very dark and very just like I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in bed and just like eat and watch Netflix. Like that's all I wanted to do. And so someone is, my neighbors I guess, are trying to leave. But I started first semester, I allowed myself 2 days per class. My classes were the same on Monday, Wednesday, my classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the same on Tuesday, Thursday. So I allowed myself 2 absences from each day. Basically, I allowed myself 4 days a semester to miss. But I couldn't miss only my Wednesday classes or only my Thursday classes. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking too much, but I feel like I'm not explaining myself enough. I'm just gonna read what I wrote. Please stop. I allowed myself 2 days per class a semester as mental health days, so I could literally lounge in my room for a day and take a break. That's what I wrote down. And that worked for me. Like, there wasn't very many days that I don't get sick very often, knock on wood, but I don't get sick very often. And so it was very nice to just be like, oh, if I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I do not want to go to class. This is not happening. I could just be like, okay, it's my mental health day, and I would just mark that off. like whatever days that it landed on. Yeah, I definitely recommend you, like, if you're an incoming freshman, or even if you're just in college in general, just implement that into your life, because it really will help. In my case, it really helped me, and it helped me, like, stay on track with my school and stuff. So, number 3, you will get homesick if you live on campus. I didn't think I would get super homesick since, like, I didn't get to go do a lot of stuff, and, like, I was super excited to be able to come up here and just be like, oh, I can go to Walmart at 10 p.m. and it'll be okay. Like, I can just do stuff like that. Like, but I thought I spent too much time at home when I lived at home, is what I'm saying. I spent too much time at home, and I spent too much time with my family. I didn't really have a ton of friends to, like, go hang out with and blah blah blah. And so when I got up here, I was like, heck yeah, I can do whatever I want within legal standards and be fine. No. Little did I know, literally the 3rd week, I was, like, in tears, like, calling my mom, like, I miss you so much. Like a little baby. But it's fine. Emotions are okay. But I don't cry a lot. But I was so homesick by, like, week 3. And I, like, when I went home at the end of my first, like, full month here, I literally, like, it was so crazy. Like, I just hugged everyone for so long, and I was so happy to be at home. And so, like, even if you're like, oh, I hate it at home, or blah, 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 like, you're still gonna be a little homesick. If you have family at home for you, you will be getting homesick, I promise you. Even if you're, like, an hour from campus. My campus is 2.5 hours from my house, and it's hard. Like, I wouldn't think it would be as hard as it is. But, like, especially this semester, I didn't go home but, like, once a month. So like, it was very just, like, it'd get to, like, the middle of the month, and I'd be like, I am so tired, I want to go home. Like, it sucks, but it'll be okay. And the worst thing you can do for homesickness is to go home. I know that sounds really stupid and really redundant, but, like, I went home every week in November, partly because my boyfriend was back home, but also because, like, the first weekend, I hadn't been home in, like, 3 weeks, and I was like, I'm gonna go home. And I went home, and then I came back, and I was like, crap, that was a mistake, because I was super homesick. And so to have it and then have to leave it, like, it really sucked, and probably shouldn't have done it, but it was okay. But number 4, roommates can either be your best friend or your worst nightmare. In my case, I got worst nightmare all 3 times. So basically, my first roommate was really cool, really chill up until we got to school. And opening weekend was great, blah blah blah. And then I had a friend over after one of our things, like, we were gonna go see Black Panther, but it was so loud and really grating the volume, and so me and my friend left and came back to my dorm room. And she was sitting in I had bought these really nice cool little chairs. I might film in those over the summer, but I had bought these 2 really nice chairs, and the white one was Emma's and the blue one was mine. And I was sitting in mine and she was sitting in Emma's. Emma did not pay for it. I bought it. It was just something that I was like, oh, she can have, like, I was foreseeing that we would live together the whole year. So I was like, oh, she can, like, use it and blah, 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 and whatever. And hopefully she'll pay me back for it. Which she said she would. She did not, by the way. But Emma came in and she looks at my friend and she goes, can you get out of my chair? No, please, no, nothing. Just, can you get out of my chair? First off, girl, it's not your chair, so whatever. But that was just kind of like, ooh, I didn't like that. That kind of set me on, like, the wrong foot with her. And then multiple other occasions happened where, like, I would have friends over and she would make really rude comments to them or would say really shady things. And when I finally confronted her about it, she acted like it was my fault, that I did whatever to, like, make her mad and made her, like, be mean to my friends, which that doesn't make sense. So I guess go off, sis, but whatever. And yeah, she joined a sorority and she moved onto the sorority hall, so bye girl. But my next roommate, I got consolidated, which is all the remaining girls in my hall, we all met together and decided who we wanted to live with. And so yeah, I got consolidated, moved in with this girl named Brandy. And me and her were best friends for like 4 months. Like, we were super, super close. And then the day me and my ex-boyfriend got together is the same day that her and her like 5-month boyfriend broke up over text. And she drove all the way back to Mobile to go try and like fix it. And he just told her, here's all the reasons I don't love you. Peace. And so she was very mad at me because I didn't answer her phone call or whatever. But like, girl, I'm sitting here like having a good grand old time with my boyfriend, and you just need to get over yourself, like whatever. I was very upset at myself too once I found out the situation, but like also after that, our relationship was really strained and very like icky. She would make really mean comments about me and my boyfriend and our relationship, and she wouldn't allow me to talk about him, but she could talk about him. It was very odd. She would make shady comments to me that like I wouldn't even know were shady until after I like was like, oh, she said this to me, and my friends would be like, that's shady. And so yeah, and then I found out that she was going to one of my best friends. She was going to her and talking about me. Like, not like, oh, she's so great and blah, blah, blah. She'd be like, no, I bet money she's in there talking to her grandmother again. What? Like, that's such an odd reason to be mad at me, but I guess. Because I called my grandmother a lot, because if I didn't call her, she would call me. And I enjoy talking to my grandmother, so whatever. It all ended with her basically kicking me out of our room so that she could do unseemly things with a boy. And my friends and me like bursted in and like caused a whole scene, which we probably shouldn't have done, but I had a bad day that day. And she shouldn't have kicked me out of our room. It's my place. I deserve to be there more than some boy you just picked off a Tinder. Sorry. But we ended up having to go to our hall director, and she sat down with us and was supposed to be like a mediator, and Brandy basically admitted that she wanted to cause physical harm to me, and in front of the hall director multiple times. And so they very quickly called the police and got me out of the room. I moved into this room right here the week of finals. Literally the first Monday of finals last semester, I was moving into this room. And I was in here for a week, and then I had to leave and go back home. And then I came back, was in this room for about a month, and I got the roommate that I have now. Luckily she's not in here, so I can kind of spill some tea. But I'm a very type A, like go, 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 like I'm always doing stuff or whatever. And she gets up 10 minutes before her class starts. She gets up, she puts on some clothes. Hopefully, she usually just goes in like her pajamas. And she goes to class, she comes back, and she lays down in her bed, and she stays there for the whole day. And it's so agitating me because I feel like I can't come in and like just sit down and watch YouTube or whatever. Or like watch Netflix. I either have to like put on headphones or hope she's out of the room or hope she has on her headphones. Really, really awkward. And we're not friends at all. And she's definitely the best out of the all three that I've had, but really wish I had just been able to get the odd man out and live in this room the whole semester, but it's whatever. I wish better luck to everyone else, but I just got really crappy roommates this year, so yeet. But like Katie and Ariel, they're both like perfect for each other. Like, they're both super awesome to each other. So they're best friends. So like your roommates can literally be your best friend or your worst nightmare. And I hope that everyone gets best friend and not worst nightmare like I did 3 times. But number 5 is participate in groups and clubs on campus. I am on the school dance team, and I'm really excited. This is my first year I'm going to be on it. I wasn't on it my freshman year. I'll be on it my sophomore year. And I'm super excited. Like, the girls are all, like, amazing and awesome. And I'm just really excited to like get to know them and stuff. But I'm also a writer for the Alabamian, which is our school newspaper, and I've written like 5 or 6 like articles for them, and it's so much fun. I enjoyed doing it. I only wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only wrote 6 pieces, but they all got published. So party. But I loved doing that, and that's the only 2 things that I'm like joined in on campus other than like classes. But like every once in a while I'll go to like a little like mixer, or like obviously I'm in college night. I didn't think about that until just now, but I'm in college night, and last year I did pit chorus. Hopefully this year I hope to get casted. But last year I did pit chorus, and it was really fun. We won. Yeet. I'll insert like a little like video of us winning. I really enjoyed doing that too. I wish I had been a little bit more involved, and I was gonna go for a cabinet position this year, but I was very stressed out about being on the dance team, as well as hopefully when I get back up here I'll still be working at Chick-fil-A. I feel like it's 2 new, completely different things that I haven't been doing, and so I didn't really want to put being a leader, like a cabinet member, like a leader on Gold Side, add that onto my plate as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm in like technically like 3 clubs / organization things, and I definitely like recommend everyone like do that sooner rather than later, because you make a lot of really cool friends doing that. Like there are people on the that write for the Alabamian with me that I probably wouldn't have been friends with had it not been for the Alabamian, because either A, they were like multiple classes ahead of me, or we just wouldn't have hung out in the same circles were it not for the Alabamian. So yeah, that's my 5 points. I really enjoy doing these kind of like sit down videos, but I also enjoy doing vlogs and like go out, and like I think I'm gonna start doing more fashion related stuff, because I really want to like get into doing like fashion stuff, because I feel like my fashion sense is pretty cool. I don't know how to describe my style, but I feel like it's gonna start evolving more as I get more money to like actually buy stuff. If you like this video, hit that like button if you like me and you want to see more of me, which I hope y'all do because you watch my videos. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified exactly when I post, which is supposed to be every Friday, but we'll see. And I've been talking to my camera for 28 minutes, so this is gonna be a heck of a video to edit. But yeah, so I love y'all so much. Have a great day. Bye. I love this. I love how my makeup looks today. I love my outfit.